Outdoor baseball now from the Warehouse District and Target Field here in downtown Minneapolis. Today, it's an American League Central Division matchup between the Chicago White Sox and the Minnesota Twins. Alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and guys, the Twins are looking to break out the brooms here at home.
Yeah, and to sweep this team right here would be a huge momentum boost. It is not easy to sweep a series. I don't care if it's 3 games or 4 games. I think back to Bobby Cox. His big thing was you just want to win series. 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4. But when you have a chance to sweep a team, you have to take advantage of it.
Michael Pineda gets the starting nod for the Twins. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Next in at the plate is Blake Rutherford. He will lead this one off today. First pitch on its way. And our first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball 1, and we're underway in Minneapolis. Fellas, these Twins, as they take the field this afternoon, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Row, we're looking at a team that's playing some pretty good baseball right now. Through the first 5 games of this homestand, 4-1, and looking for some bigger and better things.
Yeah, we had a chance to sit down before the game after BP with the manager. He was really pleased with the way his team has played in these last 5. Let's see if it continues today.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Not likely to see a 4th fastball in this situation. I'm going to eliminate the fastball if I'm at the plate right here.
And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. And this is taken in for out number 1. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, Matt, you got to love what Jonathan Lucroy does for this offense. He's got a batting average of over 400 with runners in scoring position coming into this one. I love watching him in those situations because he gets really dialed in. Hopefully we get to see some of that today.
The batter will be Danny Mendick. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's got that batting average even at a point where even a 1 for 5 will gain him some points. 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Matty, Clyde's my type of umpire. I didn't mind the low strike zone, and that's exactly what he has. If you're not going to give him above the belt, I'm okay with it.
D-Row, you know, one of the things I guess with Clyde is he is a real good low strike umpire. Pitchers seem to like him more than hitters, but one thing I will say, he has a very consistent zone. It's a low zone, but a consistent zone.
Here's the 3-1. Strike 2 called, and it's full 3-2. And we're just getting started here in Minneapolis. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. The next 3-2. Grounded down the third baseline. Donaldson's there. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Now to the plate, here is Eloy Jimenez. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. Here's the first pitch to him. And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
A ball and a strike now. The 1-1 home is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
If the offense didn't already know, man on the mound's got his A-game fastball working today.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And we're just getting started here in Minneapolis. Fouled away. Pineda into his motion, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes.
You can bet these hitters are taking note of what the guy on the hill is working with. A long at-bat like this in the first inning can reveal a lot.
Started to go around, but it's a called 3rd strike anyway, and that will retire the side. Down in order go the White Sox. White Sox nothing. Twins coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Jonathan Stever gets the ball for the White Sox in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
In now is Andrelton Simmons. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Andrelton Simmons.
Now the pitch. Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, they come in a bit of a rough patch. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Yeah, Matt, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, D-Row. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax.
Grounded weakly toward third. And there's one down now.
Batting second.
A chance now from Target Field to take a look at the Twins lineup in this one. D-Row, what's the word on this lineup as they go for the series sweep?
Well, Matt, this goes for both lineups. They know they're dealing with a tough test in a pitcher's park, but they can't let that bother them too bad, or they'll walk out of here a 3-4 game set, 0 for 12, 0 for 15. They have to find a way to stay within themselves, line drive approach. One will carry out of here if they get it.
The first pitch is hit pretty well out to right. Rutherford is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
Batting third, the designated hitter.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. In 8 at-bats in the series, he's collected 3 hits. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front. Into the corner and slicing foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a ground ball to third, but this will be a foul ball and it's still 0-2. Into the windup and the pitch. On a line, that's a base hit. So the 2-out hit extends things for Josh Donaldson next. And this throw gets away from him.
Well, that's what he gets for trying to do too much. And instead of eating it and holding him on first, he panics a bit and sails the throw. Now he's got a man in scoring position and nobody to blame but himself.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. Now a ball ripped into deep center field. And what an effort on the running play to end the inning. 1 left for Minnesota. Still no score. And now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox. Leury Garcia head-to-head against Michael Pineda. He's a .333 hitter. Here's the first pitch to him. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. Today's contest is, of course, the finale of the series, and the home side has dominated so far. They've got the opportunity to complete the sweep with a win in this one.
This team going for the sweep is looking for some home cooking. It's always nice to win a series, but particularly nice when you can sweep a series at home.
Now a ball hit towards Simmons at short. Throw is in time for the first out of the second.
Okay, here's how the Twins are lining up defensively. And folks, today I'm locking in on outfielder Max Kepler. I think he's just starting to scratch the surface. Bit off a couple of years trying to learn his craft a little bit. The bat's coming along. The defense has always been there. Super accurate arm, real sure-handed in the outfield.
Jonathan Lucroy comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. He appeared as a pinch hitter in yesterday's contest. Cue shot here out towards short. Throw gets him 2 down.
Batting 6, the center fielder, Luis Robert.
2 down, no one on base, and in to bat next is Luis Robert. First pitch on its way. No score here as we play inning number 2. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
Popped up. Simmons is there for it. And the inning is over. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 0-0. Max Kepler the next to grab a bat, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
A ball and 2 strikes now. This one is launched. Look at this. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. A solo shot down the line in right. 4th home run for him on the season as the Twins take a 1-0 lead.
No doubt an impressive home run, so we'll employ Show Track for a more in-depth look. 112 miles an hour was the exit velocity off the bat, so it's no wonder why it ended up having the impressive distance that it did.
Batting 6.
So here's Jake Cave to the plate.
Jake Cave.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Rutherford is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Batting 7. The first baseman.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Chicago White Sox. And known as one of the best framing catchers in the game, Jonathan LaCroix can beat you multiple fashions. Not only can he do it from a defensive standpoint, catching and throwing to second base, but he can also move the ball on the offensive side.
That brings up Alex Kirilloff. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Again, another foul ball. Drilled down the line, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. And he fouls this one off.
I know the fans love the souvenirs, but the battle between the pitcher and batter right here is what makes the game great.
Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
Throw gets him 2 down.
Batting 8. The center fielder, Byron Buxton.
So that'll bring in Byron Buxton. Comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. And now a pitch on the way. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
You have to be careful. You can't sleep on the bunt right here, even with 2 outs. They're playing him back, but this guy can handle the bat.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. On the ground to third. And a sliding try there at third, but it skips by him, a base hit.
You know, D-Row, the old school thinking sometimes is when you're going through a bad streak like this guy, any way you can get on a little jam shot, even though it wasn't pretty, maybe this could get this guy finally going.
Yeah, I can't tell you how good that had to feel right there. There's moments where you slap that donut off your bat, you don't even want to walk to home plate. You're scuffling so bad.
He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
1-2 to the Twins catcher. Here comes the 1-2. And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around. It's strike 3. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. We've played 2. It's now 1-0 Minnesota. Andrew Vaughn the next to bat. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Now the pitch.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout. This guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Count even now at 1-1. Now here it comes. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
If he doesn't shorten his swing up right there, there's no chance he keeps his bat back.
Fouled off. And it's fouled away. Another try at 2-2. Full count, 3-2.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. Head-to-head against Michael Pineda. He's got 2 hits in 17 at-bats. He's taken him deep once. Has a look, now the pitch. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out.
Batting 9, the second baseman.
Up next, Nick Madrigal, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. First pitch of the AB on its way, and this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. Kirilloff camps under it, and he's got it for route number 2.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Next to hit, Blake Rutherford. First pitch of the AB now. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Hey, if you're able to blow a first pitch fastball by a guy, gotta believe that pitch is coming again right here.
Outside for a ball, 1-1.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
Pineda pauses, ready with the 1-1 pitch. Strike swinging, chased a high one there.
I'm interested to watch this next pitch right here. He got a swing on a high fastball. I wonder if he's going to pull the old Plesac and climb the ladder.
Fouled away. The White Sox are still looking to break into the hit column here. Swing and a flare down the line. In there, a base hit.
Hey, they're not all beautiful, and they don't all have to be. Just throwing a lawn dart over the third baseman's head right there. Beautiful piece of hit.
So now to the plate, Danny Mendick. Lifted in the air to right field. Kepler's there for it. And the inning is over. White Sox strand a couple. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score.
We're just about set to go here as the Twins come to bat in the third inning, and this is an offense that's really been productive this year. They entered the day leading the league in round trippers, and talking with some of their players before the game, they said they know home runs are a big part of their game, but it's not something they try to focus or rely on. They said as long as they're attacking good pitches to hit and not trying to do too much, the rest will take care of itself. Guys?
Thank you, Heidi. So now to the plate will be Andrelton Simmons as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. The 1-0. Lifted down the line in left.
Jimenez is in pursuit,
but he won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
No doubt about it. He was looking fastball all the way there, and that's exactly what he got. Got the barrel out front and just blasted it down the line for an extra base hit. Nobody out, runner in scoring position. Great opportunity here.
That'll bring up Luis Ariz. Popped him up. Madrigal backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Nelson Cruz.
Striding in is Nelson Cruz. He collected a base hit his first time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them. Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Ground ball left side. And that's the second out.
The batter, the third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
2 out, runner in scoring position at second. And that brings up the former American League MVP, Josh Donaldson. Close there, but he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball. That evens it up 1-1. One and one, the pitch.
Hey! 1-2.
Simmons stands at second with 2 gone. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Racing back to center fielder. Out of here to the deepest part of the yard. 2-run shot to straightaway center. Number 17 for him on the season, as the Twins have made it a 3-0 ball game.
Boy, this guy's hot right now. Hit a bomb yesterday and hit another tape measure shot today. When he gets hot, he hits them in bunches. This could be the beginning of one of those extended hot streaks.
Now batting, right fielder, Max Kepler.
At the plate now, Max Kepler. As he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
Man, that's a great take right there. Backdoor slider just missed the outside corner. This guy must have a really good eye. Most guys swing at that pitch.
He takes the turn and heads for second. Around second now and headed for third. And he is into third with a 2-out triple.
Yeah, and most guys that hit for the cycle can get a single or a double, but struggle with the rest. Not this guy. He's already got the homer and the triple, so the hardest parts are out of the way. We'll see what the rest of the game holds in store.
Into the box, Jake Cave, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
Boy, you could see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone. He certainly has the advantage now. This guy hasn't even swung the bat yet.
And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2.
Boy, he sped him up in this at-bat. Now it's time for the changeup. This guy's got a good one, and he hasn't thrown it yet in this at-bat.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he takes strike 3 called, as Clyde Washington's strike zone may have expanded a bit there, and the inning is over. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. We're through 3 here in Minneapolis. It's now 3-0 in favor of the Twins. All set for the start of the 4th. And up next, the exciting Eloy Jimenez.
Hey, Matty, they need to get some offense going in this one. Getting a run back in this inning, give them a little bit of confidence that they can keep up in this game. Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
Hit high and deep out to left center field. Center fielder looking up. Gone to lead off the inning. It's a solo home run for Eloy Jimenez, number 14 on the season, and the White Sox are back in it. It's a 3-1 ball game.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Stepping in now, Leury Garcia. As as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Swing and a miss, and he needs a little discipline here. 0-2.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all 4 corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
Line drive to center field, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Well, that's what's difficult about pitching. You have a guy that's up there swinging. Pitch before this, takes a big swing and almost falls down, and then he shortens it up and hits a base hit right on the next pitch.
Yeah, Dan, that's what we call the old bait and switch right there. Try to go deep, count leverage, get to 2 strikes, shorten up, and do your job.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Softly hit down to third, likely no shot at 2. To second for 1, on to first, and they get the double play.
Now batting, the center fielder,
So base is empty now after the double play, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Luis Robert. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling behind and creating traffic. It puts everybody on edge, not only himself.
And we'll just leave it there as they make the play to end the inning. But not before they're able to at least get 1 back on the solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Twins 3 and the White Sox 1. Welcome back to Target Field as we send it to Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Twins to discuss his thoughts on Minnesota's lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Looking at the numbers, they currently have 4 hits coming from at-bats where they were behind in the count. That indicates that these guys are absolutely battling at the plate and making it very difficult for the opposition to get them out.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And up next is Alex Kirilloff.
the first baseman, Alex Kirilloff.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. And a ball. 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
The 2-1 is strike 2, swinging. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
Here's Byron Buxton now. High in the air out to center field. Robert is back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 2.
Now batting, the catcher.
Now at the plate here is Ryan Jeffers, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. 3-1 is our score here in inning number 4. 2-0 now.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
And now a called strike that time as the zone expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. Down go the Twins in order. And it's still 3-1. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Well, Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the White Sox offense with their manager in between innings. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Leading off for the White Sox.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
The designated hitter, Andrew Vaughn.
Here's the pitch. Andrew Vaughn is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning, 1-0. 1-1 to count. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2.
Pitcher's got options here. He looked a little bit out front. Might be able to rush a fastball by him.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
The count is full, 3-2 to the White Sox DH. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. All right, so time now for the Twins Road to the Show report as we see a pair of prospects performing at a high level in the upper levels of the minor leagues. So here's Jose Abreu. And he fouls this one off. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Kepler's there for it. 2 gone. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And you can see that both guys are well into the 90s, 95 on one hand and just 2 miles an hour slower on the other. So 2 out, nobody on, and that'll bring up Nick Madrigal. Here it comes. As he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike 1. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. The pitch. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Kirilloff is there, and the side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Twins 3 and the White Sox 1. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and stepping up as the shortstop, Andrelton Simmons. And he swings right over the top of this one, 0-1.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
And he falls behind 0-2. 0-2 count, and the pitch.
Good pitch right there with the bases empty. Why not take a shot? Throw that breaking ball in the dirt and see if he'll chase after it.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
Line drive to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Nelson Cruz comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Hammered the other way to deep right field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Up next for Minnesota.
At the plate now is Josh Donaldson, 1 for 2 in the ballgame thus far.
He jumped all over breaking stuff last time up on that home. So I got to believe in the back of his mind, he knows he's probably getting a fastball in during this sequence.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. A rise. The runner at first with 2 gone. Swinging a hard liner to center field. Robert finds some space out there for the catch to retire the side. Twins wind up stranding one as the lead remains 3-1. Back to the top of the White Sox lineup now, and stepping in, Blake Rutherford. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6. Now the first pitch. Popped him up. Simmons shading to his right, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Ready now is Danny Mendick. No hits to this point. First offering, and he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2. Next up, Eloy Jimenez. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
That last at that home run, that was a changeup that was away, that he went out and hooked it, he pulled it. So if I'm going to throw that changeup again, I might throw that thing on the inside part of the plate. This guy looks like he has pretty good coverage on that outer third of the plate.
2 balls and no strikes to the White Sox left fielder.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here. Up next for Chicago, Leury Garcia. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2.
Hey, watch out. This hitter's got one thing on his mind.
Counts a ball and 2 strikes to the White Sox shortstop.
Hey, that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close, but I'm hit right now. I'm still sitting on that heater.
Still a ball and 2 strikes. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. A man left for the White Sox. They still trail it here 3-1. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and coming forward the veteran outfielder Max Kepler.
The right fielder, Max.
Garrett Crochet enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. In there, strike one.
No ball. One strike.
Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole 0-2. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, that's back-to-back really good sliders. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw another one right here. Looks like he's got that slide ball in his back pocket right now.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. So stepping in is Jake Cave. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Crochet is at least partially known for his big power slider. A lot of break on that pitch, but what makes it unique is how hard he's able to throw it. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. On the run is Jimenez. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Next up is Alex Kirilloff. Struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, Matty, big-time K last time up, and it's been a tough series for him so far. You can tell he's just not seeing the ball off this team. Let's see if he can make an adjustment right here.
Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Not a great spot to be in right here, 2-0, but I'm not so sure why he's pitching this guy so cautiously. A bottom of the order guy you don't normally see getting pitched like this.
I guarantee you at release point he wanted to pull this pitch back. Change up middle of the plate usually gets deposited in the seats.
In now, Byron Buxton. Hits it high and deep out to center field. A ball that's carrying. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. 1 left for Minnesota, and it's still 3-1. All set for the start of the inning, and that brings in Jonathan Lucroy.
The catcher, Jonathan Lucroy.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Pitch is popped up. Jeffers is there. He's got it 1 away.
Now batting, the center fielder.
The batter will be Luis Robert. A pop out and a ground out for him to this point. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
Hey, it's a game of execution. If the pitcher stays right there, this lineup's going to continue to have a tough time.
Swung on and hit deep to left center. This one has a chance. Out of here, into the visitors' bullpen. So a solo shot here to left center field, number 10 for him on the year. And the White Sox have cut the deficit to 3-2 now.
Well, this is what makes this guy so hard to pitch to. He has that rare combination of speed and power. You don't want to walk him and have him get on first base. So what happens, you throw him a strike, and he can hit the ball out of the ballpark like he did just there.
Into the box now, Andrew Vaughn. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And that's got to fire you up right there, boys. This guy has been on the bump all game. Now it's late, and he's still throwing challenge pitch after challenge pitch. Think he's feeling frisky?
And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Now batting.
Here's the Minnesota skipper making his way out to the mound. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Cody Stashak comes on to pitch here with 1 man gone in the top of the 7th. To the plate now, Jose Abreu. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Swing and a miss as he pulls the top hand over. It's 0-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now. Into center field, line drive, base hit.
Now batting, second baseman, Nick.
Digging in next, Nick Madrigal. A base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. First pitch coming, here it is.
You know, because this is just a one-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
That's wide, 2-0.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Now the 2-0 home. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Now here's a line drive, and this may turn things around. It's down for extra bases. And the runner is in from second. The relay, and he's in there with a 2-run triple.
You know, it's awfully difficult to score runs late in the game after being down by 1, D-Row. That base hit drives in 2. That's a huge base hit.
What a momentum swing. What an AB right there. Now you got to grab your leather and go out and flash some D for the boys.
At the plate now, Blake Rutherford.
And on the first pitch, he hits it in the air to right. Kepler's there for it.
Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And they'll tack on an insurance strike with the sac fly as they lead now 5-3.
Third baseman, Danny.
Now into the box, Danny Mendick. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Fouled off. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Very weakly on the ground. 4 runs here in this half inning. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Center fielder on the run. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So it's 4 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and no one left. 7th inning stretch upcoming here in the Twin Cities. It's the White Sox 5 and the Twins 3. Yohan Moncada is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now. So now to the plate, Ryan Jeffers. He leads things off here in what's now a very close ballgame. Here's the first pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. And this one's down the middle, a ball and a strike.
Wow, I can't believe the hitter took that one. The pitcher absolutely got away with a hanger.
Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
At the plate, Andrelton Simmons. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half, it's 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Line hard into left. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Up next for the Twins, the second baseman.
Next to hit is Luis Arias. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1.
Hey, I still believe in my heart the best pitch is a well-executed fastball down and away, and that's exactly what that is. He swings at that. That's off the end of the bat. That's not hard contact at all, and that's an easy out for the defense.
And it's fouled away. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They're still down 5-3. Hansel Robles has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Ready to begin the 8th, and up next, the exciting Eloy Jimenez. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. The Twins entered the day looking to wrap up a big series sweep, but it's going to take some late game heroics in order to make that a reality.
Never easy to sweep any team, but this is a close one, and there's an old saying in baseball, a bloop and a blast, and if they can stay close, get a base hit, get somebody to hit one out of the ballpark, they're not out of this one yet.
And for the opposition, wrapping this up and salvaging a win would at least make their trip out of here a little more pleasant.
This could be just what the doctor ordered. Nobody likes to get swept on the road, so winning this one could be big for building back team morale.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 2-2 one more time. Leury Garcia will be next. Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage of it.
You know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Kepler moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. Still anyone's ball game. 5-3 is our score as we take a look now at the starter comparison to see how these two guys fared in the matchup. Digging in will be Jonathan Lucroy. Lifetime versus this pitcher. Yasmani Grandal will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and one gone in the inning. From the belt, the pitch. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it, just pulled it a little foul. Jimenez stands at first with one out. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite-handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think you got a shot to stay inside that one.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
I really liked it. He gave up nibbling out of the zone trying to get it a chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back and fired a good old country hardball fastball right by him. No better feeling in the world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
Here's the first pitch. Luis Roberts stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1.
Hey, that's a huge set-the-tone pitch right there. To a great hitter, you do not want to fall behind 1-0 and have him sitting all over a fastball or guessing what you throw next. You get ahead 0-1, and now the count's in your favor, and you and your catcher can start doing some things.
Pitch popped up. Kirilloff is calling for it, and he makes the play to end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The White Sox lead this one 5-3. Yasmani Grandal will stay in the ballgame, taking over the catching duties behind the plate. And that'll bring up the big stick of Nelson Cruz. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Row, he's been locked in from day one of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
Gets the call on the changeup there, 2-1.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
3-1 to him now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Fouled away. This is line to left, and that'll get down for a base hit.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
Nick Gordon will come on now and pinch run here. Jose Ruiz comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are two on here with nobody out. So now to the plate, Max Kepler, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
Put that in a memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
Grounded back up the middle. To second for 1, on to first, so he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play.
Gotta love that out of your reliever, right? The first batter he faces, he gets to roll over into a double play. Pulled the right string that time, Skip.
Into the box, Jake Cave, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. They could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And he fouls this one off.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
To 1-2 now.
Hey, what a job right here to put yourself in position to get out of this one after giving up back-to-back singles to the first 2 batters.
Well off the plate with the change of pace. That's ball 2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Twins wind up stranding 1. Still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3. Randy Dobnik enters from the pen to start the ninth inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the ninth. Miguel Sano has come into the ballgame now as he takes over as the new third baseman. All set to start the ninth in this one, and striding forward the designated hitter, Andrew Vaughn. Here's the first pitch to him. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Cave is there. One quick out to start inning number 9. Now at the plate, Jose Abreu. First pitch of the AB on its way. Bases are empty, one man out. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Looking up is the center fielder.
Into the bullpen and gone.
It's a solo home run for Jose Abreu. Home run number 5 on the year, and it's now 6-3. Batter will be Nick Madrigal
as he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field.
Cave is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Blake Rutherford drove in a run with a sac fly last time up. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full. Right side. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
Little ground ball with eyes right there. He might have been a little bit out in front, but I don't care. That's a bullet knock in the box score tomorrow morning.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Driven nicely into the gap. Rutherford is on his way home, and a relay home, safe at the plate as they tack on one more to make it 7-3 now.
And that just pains a pitcher. They're already given up a run in the inning, and he has 2 outs, almost out of trouble, but then serves up a mistake. The runner busted around the bases to score from first, and the hitter is in scoring position on second.
Into the box now, Eloy Jimenez, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. His career numbers in this matchup, he's gone 2 for 6. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Now some action out in the Minnesota pen, as it looks like both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw.
And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around. It's strike 3. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9, due up in the bottom of inning number 9. White Sox on top, 7-3. Now to the plate, Alex Kirilloff. It was a base hit last time up.
The first baseman,
Liam Hendricks enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close a game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him a chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Jimenez is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the ninth this crowd was hoping for. One away.
Now batting, center fielder.
So the next to bat will be Byron Buxton. Flew out last time up. In there at the letters 0-1.
You know, a lot of guys don't like to swing at the first pitch. That might be the case with this one right here. Took a wheelhouse fastball, 0-0 center cut. Didn't even give the impression he was swinging.
Down the left field line and deep, and this will wind up a foul ball.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Gotta find a way to keep his hands back.
The count now at 2-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Twins center fielder. Ryan Jeffers will be next. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Some guys with big arms like this, they're just chuckers. They just throw the ball as hard as they can, and where it ends up isn't that big of a concern, but that wasn't the case there. That was a very well-pitched fastball right on the corner at the knees. Good luck hitting that one.
That's inside. 2-0.
And how about the uncommon patience for the rookie in a big spot right here? These have been some tough pitches to lay off.
Here's a fly ball, well hit. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Guys, that jacks me up right there. Kept his front shoulder tucked, the hip tucked. Was able to stay inside that slider and drive it the other way.
To the plate now, Andrelton Simmons, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He's got 1 hit in 4 at-bats. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Fielded cleanly on to first, and that will seal matters here this afternoon.
Well, baseball is a game of streaks and runs, so a 4-game skid happens to even the best of teams. The key is they didn't panic or press. They just came out here, played their game, and put the losing streak behind them, like professionals are supposed to do. Well done.
And this afternoon's game ends 7-3. The Chicago White Sox put up 4 runs in the 7th to carry them to victory. Garrett Crochet claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com. Mm-hmm.